Welcome again. This is J.O.S. Travel, and I want to say big thank you to those that have actually been reaching out to me, sending lovely comments. I'll say I really appreciate them because they've kind of been helping me push forward. That's form of encouragement. Now I'm doing this video. If you look at the title of the video, you eventually know what I'm about to discuss. But before I proceed, let me go through the normal trend. Welcome to my channel. Okay, welcome back. Based on the title, I said I want to give you some hints, like clue on how to go about your job hunt when it comes to Malta. And so the two key pattern or the key method to use is one is called offline. The offline style or method is something that involves you reaching out to all this employer. Like you just start going around. When you get here, you have your card, you have your apartment, and your resident card is with you. It's good to reach out to these people. Just be visiting them in person. Sometimes some of them can easily get to invite you when you meet them one-on-one. Some of them really may not have time to start looking at their email, like checking their email rather. They will prefer on trial. So the first method is offline. Go to this employer, talk to them, tell them you're interested, you're looking for a job. Who knows, you just bump on someone that will really be willing to give you something immediately. Then apart from you going to restaurants, employer, shops, business thing, the other method under offline is recommendation. I think I've seen a couple of like one or two persons who've been able to actually get a job through offline method. Maybe someone recommend them to the person and based on the reputation. So recommendation is one of it, and visiting the business, the shops is the major part of the offline. Then let me go to the second major method, which is online. Now, if you want to go online, you visit the key websites that are meant for job search website. I will be listing them when I'm doing a video pertaining to that on job vacancy in Malta. But for now, if you're going online to get a job, you need to make sure your CV is in Euro format. They call it the Europass. So what you do is ensure you use the Europass format because almost all the employer here prefer you to use that format. Employer here will prefer you use the Euro format CV while you are trying to submit an application. So I would advise use Euro format. I would advise you use Europass to create a CV while you're trying to apply for jobs online. Now I want to quickly show you how it looks like if you want to create a CV using Europass. So I'll show you the website and I'll show you one or two ways to create a CV using Europass. So let's go right into that. Now this is the website. If you get to Europass, it's best to open it with your laptop. Using it trying to access it with your phone might really be difficult or somehow this site to create free Europass profile. When you try to come in and probably one way or the other, you will see what to do to register with them as a first timer. Let's say first time you're accessing the site. But for me, since I have the account, it will just be easy for me to go straight to this site and click log into my Europass. Then that's after registration. No one thing. Anytime you're registering with you're trying to create an account with site like this, after creating registrations or whatever, they will send a link to you to activate the account. Now, once you're done activating, you come back you do something just like this. Click on log into your Europass, put in your because I have my information with them, so it's easy for them to just take me to this page for me to enter my password. All right, then I click on login. It's pop up this way, redirection, and I don't want to use two-way authentication for now, so I will say no. Then this is how it looks like. Um, while you get in, like if you're able to access your creator for your login, you will definitely see what to do, one or two things to do by updating your personal information, where you'll be able to upload your passport photograph, your personal information, you put your work experience and all that. After filling all those parts, updating your profiles and all those stuff, after filling all those parts, you can create your CV using this website in two ways. Let's assume you've done the profile part. It's either you you come here to create your CV now. Once you click create your CV, you will have something like this. It's either they tell you to start from your profile, select from your library, import Europass CV, or create a new CV. Sometimes some people might choose to just start from their profile. Once they click this one, it will copy almost all the information from what you uploaded, like what you have on your profile, to the format, and then you add in one or two things to make up your CV. But most way to have a very nice CV, I prefer to create a new one. So most times I'll come to create a new CV. In case of that selecting from your library, that will be maybe you have something you did before, like you can just click copy from your previous CV from the library, and then maybe you edit and go about. Let's assume you're starting this for the first time. What you do is you create a new CV, you come to this side, you say English, just leave this the way it is. Then from your profile, of course, the information about your name and surname will pop, you will see that will pop up. So what you do is about me, you try to type whatever it is you want to type here about me. Now let me give you one clue. If you're writing anything about me here should be just a quick standard summary about you, the experience you've gathered or you have over time, some of the key things about you, like your experience in the past, some of the things you have, like your skill in this, your that. Just kind of summarize few things about yourself here, some of the things you've done, your skills, your profession. Just summarize them here. Not like you will also get to a part where you need to mention your skills, like a bullet point. Put them here. And for me, what I did was like I have one thing like that I wrote. I just have to come here, copy that information. I actually have one I'm working on already. So it's more or less like me editing my CV. Okay, this is from my previous CV, some things I wrote about me. So I try to copy them and bring them here so you see the way I'm doing it. Now, I learned one thing from the CEO of my university, Mr. Prachan. The thing is, most time, the common thing people do, you put your date of birth and all those things there. And here, while you try to do things, those things will be at the top point or top corner of your CV. But it advised professionally, there should be no need to add your age in case, things like that prevent the issue of like segregation, discrimination, like as if they are kind of having issues with, it's as if gender equality thing. I don't know how to actually define it straight up, but what it means is Instead of putting your age here where they'll be as if the employer kind of discriminates against age, looking at this person profile and say, "Ah, this one is very old," and all that. So no need to just put things like that here. If you look at it actually, there's nothing like asterisk to indicate it's mandatory. So you can just ignore this part. Don't worry. And you know the age part, you put your gender, nationality, Nigeria. Let's look for Nigeria. Um, here, then email address. Put your email address. Select your phone number. Now let's assume you are here already. You are in Malta and you're trying to create your Europass for a job search. So it's advisable you put your local number. That means the phone number you've gotten when you get to Malta. So you put your number, your Malta phone number here. You just say mobile, choose the code, which is Malta. Yes. Choose the code Malta, then put the number here. I want to just add my LinkedIn profile. Okay. I can just ignore the rest. One social media account is enough. Address, you type your address, home address. Um, put your current address in Malta. Put your address there. Put your address there. When you have to fill, so when you have to fill in information, that you come to this side. I think let me show you again how I do it. You click on add new section, come to this side, and you click on work experience, and then you add it to pop up. So in the add series and add a series, and so you're filling on the position here, your occupation, that's your position head. You put it here. Employer name, the cities and all those things. You put them there. Put the put put the from the date or date. If it is the current employment, you can put it. Filling. Oh, sorry. When you're done filling that part, this is where you just list the things you do as by your position. Bullet point. Just mention them. Just give like 2 or 3 bullet points. Okay. That should be fine. 2, 3 bullet points. Okay. Then you click on save. Because based on the work experience you have, you're not just creating one work experience. So you can go as far as adding more work experience by clicking on this portion. Just click here first, add work experience. But mind you, if you're creating Europass service like this, what I believe you should do is pick the current 3 work experience you have, like the current 3 work experience, the recent one on top, followed by the one that is next to it, then by the one that is next to it. For instance, your 2019 or 2020 till date, that's the recent employment. So you're still on that job, or you finished that job, or you stopped the job because you were coming to Malta and you got to Malta. That's the most recent. So maybe from 2020 to 2024, that will be on top. You mention the name of the company, the position, and you write the bullet points, like what you do basically on the job role. You write that out, and once you're done, you click on save. After saving that, you come here to add another row. You mention whatever position it is you want to mention here. Again, put the position, the employer name, city, country, from when to when, and then you also mention the bullet point here, what you do and what you do. Once you're done with that one, you click save. Then you get to that position where you click on add current work experience again. That's how you do, and you just try mention the three most recent work experience. That's the best way to do your CV. Just make sure the points are bullet point, not paragraph. Then the what you need to lay more emphasis on your work experience, your profession, whatever, all that should be done using the cover letter. And according to the, let's say, professional, it's advisable that once you are submitting an application for a job, always attach a cover letter. Then tweak the cover letter to match with what the employer is asking for. For instance, waiter's job, barman, and administrative officers and all those stuff. Now you want to submit your CV based on administrative or waiter role. No, they are part of what you listed out on your CVs and your current jobs, but you just kind of highlight the bullet point, you highlight the point of the functions, not going into too much details. Then you create a cover letters explaining your duties, how you you've been a creative or most dependable, reliable, Obama waiter. This is what you did. These are your achievements. You highlight. You mention paragraph. See whatever it is you want to say about your role on your cover letter. For instance, if it is on a position you're going for a waiter position, so lay more emphasis on your skills and your experience about waiter's job in your cover letter. And even if it is not what you have as the top, the recent job experience, work experience. If it's the bad as a work experience, just lay more emphasis on that. That's how you should, that's how you should, tweak or go about um, saying more on going in details about your work experience. All that should be done in your CV. Okay, let's say when you're done with listing out your work experience, you click here again to add another section to the Europass form, and then we add education and training. You click add section, then it take you to this place where you need to fill your current qualification. Let's say you have BSc, the name of your graduation, that was BAA, and then the name of the school, Liverpool College, website of the school, the city, smart city, and the country. Let's say, okay, probably start and end. This one is 2023 current. Say the current degree should be on top. Then if you have another one, again, education and training, you add another education and training, the qualification name, the school, the website, and the city, country, then from when to when, say takes to when you end the other qualification. So the thing about adding a qualification here is that don't bother to start adding your secondary school and all that. The ideal is just impute or add at least the current qualification. You have BSc, you have masters, and that's all. If it is BSc, you have BSc, maybe DSE should just be fine. No need adding your secondary school education, primary school, just put your highest qualification and that's all. You're done with that. You click on add new section to go to language skill, add here, then your mother tongue, of course you know what your mother tongue is the I'm trying then put your main mother tongue as the first one there, then your other language should be English. They click on English, the CV will ask you your level of understanding, like your listening, what's the level. You see that A1 is basic usage, A2 is basic, while B1 is independent. So the best word is just go for the highest, which is the proficiency. Since if you're coming from a country where you know, like Nigeria, you speak English. You speak English very well. If you're coming from a country where you speak English very well, just click C2 is the proficient user. So I believe for most Nigerians, just select C2 in all parts, C2 in listening, C2 in reading, C2 in speaking, then just select that. Here, writing as well, C2, you say. So it should be there was the next thing to do. Let's see if there's another thing to add to the CV. We click on, okay, digital. What you know about digital. According to the advice I got from our CEO, it's better to just list some few skills you really have knowledge of. Like if you know the only thing you can do in computer is Microsoft Word or Excel and all that, just focus on that. There's no need to start saying things you really don't have knowledge about. Don't need to start saying PowerPoint, I drop it, these things if the employer decide to test your knowledge on, if you know you really don't know it, don't try to lie much about it to impress the employer. Just add the things you can actually do in terms of soft skills. Like, okay, if I look at this one now, this Microsoft Office package, I can't, of course, operate Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. I should be, of course, I have knowledge about those. Let me see another thing I can do again in terms of Microsoft. Google Meet. Of course, I've used Google Meet. I can use PowerPoint. What else again? I can just put this one too. Let me see again. The normal regular Microsoft stuff. Let me see what else again I can add here. The general Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So I think for me, this is just fine. If there are other maybe IT skills you really have knowledge of, you can include them here. So once you're done doing that, you save this part. I really don't think there's anything else I want to add here in terms of communication and interpersonal skills. If you know there are some you have, you can just click add and then put the details of information. Conference and seminars, anything you really have. For instance, if you have driver license, you can click here, add the driver license, add the sections, and put information about your driver license. Then hobbies and interests. I don't want to include that on the CV too. If you can, you just click and start giving details of your hobbies and this. But for me, I just want to stop on this for now, then go on next straight. So you have the format to use there on the CV. It will tell you to choose whichever format you want to use, either this, that will carry informations like this and all that. But for me, I prefer to go with just this first template because it will be able to really highlight my about me, in the way I want it to be, as the first thing the employer will see before going to my work experience. So I prefer to just use this first template. So once I select the template I want to use, I will get straight to next. Look at the listening status and all that. And should look at the way the whole thing, appears after the click on next. Then with this, once you click on download, your Europass website pro account, since you're done, you've named the CV, so it will give you something like finished. Yeah. If you choose to upload it on, there's one website. I'm going to talk about that when I'm discussing on jobs stuff. This is meant for you to look for a job in Europe generally. If you don't want to focus just on Malta, maybe I will share videos about that in my subsequent video. But then once you're done with that, I've downloaded it. I can also click on save to library, then save to library. The others again, done doing that, then I click on finished. Alright, so my CV is saved in my library with the account I have on the website. Then come to your download, click on the CV. This is the complete CV's information I have here, and you try to probably, whatever ways you know how to save your CV, click here to save it on your folder, any folder you have where you keep your information on your computer. So you click on save. That is that for today. I want to say thank you for being patient with me, and I'm going to stop here. Thank you for the time, thank you for the support, and until I see you again in my next video, I say bye for now.